Hi everyone, welcome back to Humble Acres. We need to work on this steering box. So I took the mounting bracket off of it already and decided that I really need to film everything. So yeah, that's all I've done. I'm going to scrape this clean, and I just did want to show that it does have a little play. By a little I mean quite a bit. So you can turn it, I don't know, it's about 1/8 of a turn before this moves. So you can turn this shaft, which the steering wheel goes on, about 1/8 of a turn before this actually moves. So we're going to take this all apart and see if we can do anything. Obviously it needs new gaskets and seals and whatnot because it's just covered in oil. This FJ and all the parts that I got with this, I did not have a steering box for it. And this bracket is supposed to go right here. As you can see, it's supposed to actually be riveted on there, but the one on this one was missing. It was cut off, so I went and got this off of the parts one. But the problem with the parts one though is it had a snowplow on the front, so that's probably why this gearbox is wore out so much, is because it just had so much weight on the front of it. So let's tear into it and see what we can do. Pretty much all I'm going to do is take a screwdriver, or probably a scraper as well, and then just try to get off as much of this grease and oil and stuff as I can, because I don't want that in the parts washer, obviously. So that's the goal right now. I took this nut off here. This doesn't actually adjust the gap. I want to take this cover off here and see if that adjusts anything. It's probably what, a 12, maybe 14, something like that. 12. Hopefully we won't ruin the gasket, but we have to take it apart. I gotta try to fix the steering. I don't want that much play to be in it, and I don't know what else to do. I mean, there's a chance I could remake this gasket, so let's see what we can do here. Or maybe it'll just come off perfectly. That works too. All right, what do we got in here? That's a bearing. Okay. I guess let's try taking this one off and see if it comes out. Anything happens with it. It's loose. Oh, please don't break something. Okay. It's just a bushing. The gasket's fine, so that's good. I didn't even see it. Huh. So that's how that works. Ugh, did not want to do that. Yeah, that's like water. That is not 90 weight oil, I can tell you that right now. Huh. Yeah, this is supposed to be 90 weight oil. And it's not. I'm gonna go dump this out real quick. So you can kind of see, how is this coming out? Oh yeah, this wants to come out. Not sure if that's supposed to come out, but why not? Okay, there's a bunch of shims, which we probably want to leave in there. We need to fish all these shims out of here. Okay, that's all of them. There's quite a few shims on there. There is some play in that, which probably isn't the best. I mean, I think that is how you're supposed to adjust it. So I don't know if removing shims would make it tighter. I think it's worth a shot to try anyway. Let's just take one of these out and then see what happens. There's a really thin one right here. So let's get rid of that one and see if it changes anything. It's worth a shot. That surface isn't great where that seal sits. Let's just see what this does. Ow. Alright. Sorry, didn't mean to be in your way. I'm going to take more out and see if it does anything else. It's hard to tell. I want to see a drastic difference, so let's take another one out and see what happens. Yeah, that definitely makes it tighter. So that's how it's adjusted. Because now there's no play in between those gears. So if I add back the smaller shim and leave the bigger one out, I wonder if that will make it really good. Pretty much the only play now is actually in that bearing there. So that's definitely going to make this better. That's going to definitely be better. I'm not sure. There's probably an actual spec on how to do this, but this is working okay. The guess and check method. So yeah, I basically just took one of the thicker shims out, and it seems to have made it better. I think that's all. No, there's the thin one stayed on there. I don't know if taking this apart was a good idea or not. It seems like it's actually made to not come apart. And it looks like there's some rust and stuff in there. I think, let me take all these shims off. I think I'm going to spray some brake clean in here and clean all of this up. Because it just kind of looks rusty, I guess you could say. But this play, we're not going to be able to get rid of, I don't think. So I'm going to clean this up. Probably clean this out too, because it isn't the cleanest in there. I was able to find the seal for the steering box that goes right here. That's the only one I'm pretty sure that's available from Toyota. So it actually says made in China, but it is a genuine Toyota part. So I'm gonna get this one out, and then we'll get this one put in there, and hopefully they're the same. I should probably check before I take it out. But I'm pretty confident that this is the seal that was actually leaking the worst. So yeah, it looks the same. It is a Koyo seal, so should be good. So let's get this out of here. Use my puller. Hopefully it'll come out. Maybe not, I don't know. There we go. Got it. Yeah, that's definitely seen better days. See the difference there? Maybe not, but there's a definite difference. So, a little bit of gunk right there. Should probably wipe that out. Perfect. Now I'll put this here, and then find a socket about that size and tap it on there. Go over the whole outside of it. Seems about right. Go on this side a little bit more. That should do it. Maybe we'll get lucky and that'll be the only thing that was actually leaking on here. So anyway, let's get the whole thing back together, I guess. Don't really have anything else to do to it now. That was the last thing I'm gonna do, because everything else is how it's gonna be. So let's get this put back together, if I can remember how. It's been a little while since I took it apart. Definitely gonna wanna wipe everything down. It's been sitting on my workbench for probably a week or so. I kind of want to put a little bit of like grease or something on this before putting it back in. Maybe I'll get some oil and put it on there. So in this manual that I have, which I know this is, well, this is actually in there, so this is correct. So this is saying the steering gear lubricant type is 90 weight. So let me see what I have. We'll get that put in there. It says lubricant quantity is 0.6 US quarts, so not very much. So let's see what it takes. I have some of this 80W90. I think it'll be fine. It's actually what I use in the axles and the transfer case, I believe. So we're just gonna use that. It'll be good enough. Alright, so I just poured a little bit in this jar. So now, pretty sure I left one of the shims out of this. Yes, so we should be good to put this in, which I kind of want to get some oil down in this bearing here, like that. That should be fine. Get some around here, why not? And then we can get some on here. It's not going to hurt anything at all. And maybe it'd be a good idea to put some in here. That should be fine. Now, should be able to take this shaft and slide it in here. So it kind of goes like this into that hole. We gotta like that. Okay, that's in there. Now we need this plate on here. That would be this one. Nice thing about this is it shouldn't matter about the gasket for this, because there's this little adjustment screw on the end that takes up the shaft play. That's what this is for. So we should be fine just putting it in here. We're gonna need some sealant on there, but we should be able to just put it on there. Some gasket maker here. High temp, but doesn't probably need to be high temp. I think I'm going to actually put it on this side. I think that's going to be better. Let me put this on here. And then we got our bolts here. And there's two of these that have like seals on them, and they go on the top here. Alright, I believe these are 12s. I need to tighten this down as well. I don't really want to snug it down, but there's quite a bit of play, but like I said, there's not much I can do about that because all of that play is from the bearings, I'm pretty sure. I think that's good. I want to tighten this lock nut, and then we should be good there. So I have this bearing here that you can see turns here, but I need to put some grease in there, or oil, because I don't want it just dry to start with. I mean, even though it probably won't matter because all the oil is going to go right into it anyway. But I'm going to take this, drop it like this, and I'm going to take a little bit of oil on my finger and drop it in here. Now it's not completely dry. Now we can put this cover on. Okay, just don't want that to get into the bearing. I'm fairly confident that the gasket doesn't matter for like a thickness or anything like that for here. Now, and there's this little flange here that also protects the bearing from the grease and stuff, so that is also good. We should be able to get this put on. Like so. Oh, it actually sits off of that a little bit. Does that actually hold that in there? I didn't think that mattered, but maybe it does. Maybe we do need this gasket. It does seem a little thicker than the normal gasket, so maybe we do need it. Oh no, that doesn't matter. Okay, so put that on there, and then maybe put more silicone on there. I just don't trust these gaskets. They're old. Really just trying to wipe it all off. Alright, now let's put this on. Hopefully it'll be fine. Alright. I'm sure that will be okay. Bolts. I think that's good. We just need to paint it up nice now, and it'll be done. Alright, the steering box is all painted and done, and looking really shiny and nice. Looks like new. Also got the mounting bracket painted as well, so that's looking really good too. So that's all done.